guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to help you understand what type of question to ask when your wife continuously sexually rejects you, or your girlfriend, or current partner, whoever it may be. What a lot of us tend to do is we go in very defensively to a situation where we're sexually rejected, or rejected in general. We're very on guard. We say things that are harmful to protect ourselves and make us feel strong. So what happens a lot of times when you're sexually rejected is you want to say things like, oh, like it's always my fault, or here we go, of course. You roll your eyes, you have this attitude, maybe you sulk, maybe you totally avoid her, maybe you yell at her, like start a fight later because you're so fed up, you're so frustrated. I understand it can be very frustrating, but it's even more frustrating when you're not actually doing anything about it and you're just continuously rejected for years and years without having a productive conversation or understanding the why behind the rejection. The only person who understands the why is her. So you have to ask her questions to understand. And if you're trying to understand her, you can't have your guard up and be all defensive. You have to be really curious and not take it so personally so that you're not hyper emotional. You have to think more logically. How can I make sense of what's happening here? Let me be curious and see where she's really at. And when you come from that calm place of curiosity, so make sure you have this conversation when you are in a calm, cool, collected, confident place, asking her a question along the lines of, hey, I feel like our sex life is really struggling right now because every time I initiate, it seems you don't want to have sex. And I'm wondering, why is that? Just leave it there. Just be quiet and let her talk. What you want to do is not do the talking and just the listening, because what's likely to happen is she's going to say something you don't really want to hear. She might say something hurtful. Chances are she will, because there's a reason she doesn't want sex with you. Either the sex isn't good, she's not feeling satisfied in the actual sex itself, she doesn't feel close to you in your relationship, she feels a lack of trust with you at the moment, she feels like she's being sexually used and all you care about is sex, and she's trying to get away from that. So all of these things will put you in a place very likely of wanting to defend and wanting to say, no, you're wrong, or like, that's because this. So really try not to do that, because you're trying to understand. You're not gonna get the answer to your why if you're blowing up and you're responding and reacting emotionally versus actually listening. So try to hear her out. Come from this mindset of like, I just want to figure out this situation. Let me ask questions based on what she just said. If she does give you the answer of, I don't feel connected to you right now, so I can't have sex with you. Really? What makes you feel like we're not connected? It's going to be hard to do that, right? Try to take a deep breath. What makes you feel like we're not connected? I thought we were connecting, but what makes you feel like we're not? Because obviously that's true for you. And it is true for her. So you can't say, of course we're connecting. What are you talking about? We did this last week. We've been doing this more. How can you say we're not connected? So look at the difference of those responses. One is calm and it's not involving all the emotion. It's really trying to be curious about why she's saying what she's saying so you could get to the root of the actual issue. And the other response is just getting heated and aggravated and defensive, in which case you're gonna get nowhere, because then she's gonna be like, all right, just forget it. I don't want it. This is why I don't have sex with you. And then it turns into this thing that you guys just don't get anywhere with it. And this is why so many of you guys are challenged with this problem of being sexually rejected for years. And you're not taking control over your emotional state to get the understanding of why. And if the why is just her saying, because I'm not attracted to you, I just don't want to. If that's the why, and you dig into that and really understand that she's not wanting to have sex with you anymore, then you still have a decision and a choice and control to reassess that relationship and choose another direction if that's not working for you. So there's no reason why you should be in a sexless relationship for years and years, or you should be sexually rejected for years and years and years and blame her. You cannot blame her for you staying in a situation like that. And I know that this may trigger a lot of you guys, but you have to realize that there's a way to communicate to get the answers to the problem you have, and that can help a lot when you let your guard down and you accept information that might be hurtful in the moment, but might actually answer the problem. Then you can actually work through it together. If your woman knows that you're not gonna get defensive every time she says something you don't wanna hear, she'll feel more comfortable being honest with you. And when we're honest with each other, we form more of an intimate bond with each other, and we're more likely to have vulnerable experiences with each other, such as sex. Sex is the most vulnerable experience there is. So if she feels like she can't share the truth with you, maybe she's not feeling pleasure during sex. If she doesn't feel like she can share with you, hey, I really feel like you're all focused on yourself and you're never in the moment, and it doesn't feel worth it to have sex. It doesn't feel good. Don't you want to know that so that you can say, huh, that's interesting. I didn't realize I was so out of the moment during sex with you. What do you think would make you feel more in the moment? What would I have to do to be more present, you think? And you work it out together and you have a discussion, all right? But the only way you can have that discussion is if you're honest with each other and you're able to take the hard truths. So I encourage you guys to do this. I know you can do this. And I know that if you're stuck in a relationship, you have a partner who's totally closed off, you are strong enough and you have control to take action and find a different route for your life. And reassess that relationship and have a straight up conversation with your partner about where you're at and what you want. And come from that place of curiosity always, because that's what's going to get you answers. And that's what's going to make you feel more confident too, when you don't have to be emotional all the time and aggravated all the time. When you're calm and you're really just trying to understand, and when you don't understand and your partner's not willing, you can move forward. So I want that all for you guys, whether you're staying with your partner and you're working it out, or whether you decide that this relationship is not working. I know you could do this. I wish you the best. If you want more content, I will be posting more on here. And also you can find me on Instagram at Ganowski. So talk to you soon and good luck.